Are you a slut?
Yeah, I'm a fucking savage. I spent my whole life afraid people were gonna find out that I was fat. But honestly, who gives a shit? You're so fucking worthless.
My name is Kate. In many people's eyes, I might just be an ordinary female high school student, slightly plump, a bit introverted, and even teased by my girlfriends for still being single since birth.
Bitch, this isn't the 80s. You need to catch a dick.
It might sound unbelievable, but a few years ago, I was a completely different person. I was a natural optimist, the girl who laughed the loudest in a crowd. Daniel walked into my life back then. He waits for me outside the school without fail every early morning, just to hold my hand and walk with me through the corridor bathed in sunpon. Unfortunately, the sweetness came to an abrupt end after a summer vacation. That year, my family and I traveled to Jamaica. As soon as I got to the beach, I was unlucky enough to be stung by a jellyfish, unfortunately. For the rest of the trip, I had to give up all water activities. My only pleasure was tasting all kinds of delicious food, and I was especially obsessed with the local specialty drink, pina colada. I drank a total of 72 cups in 8 days. That cold and sweet taste made me feel as if I were in a fairyland. When the vacation ended, I had gained a whole lot of weight. Even my girlfriend Mandy could barely recognize me.
Oh my god, what happened?
最近大家都说我更新慢，因为我忙着收拾家里，把闲置回收了。之前没时间一个个卖，又懒得扯皮，干脆叫转转上门全部打包回收了。没想到这些主机、相机、投影仪啥的加起来有4、5千呢。要我说，谁家没几个闲置啊？想轻松处理，我强烈推荐转转。
As you can imagine, on the first day back at school, Daniel broke up with me. His departure made me taste the bitterness of a broken heart for the first time. Determined to figure out what true love really was, I began watching romance movies, obsessively hoping to find answers in other people and stories. Gradually, I formed my own understanding of love. I came up with the rather naive pseudonym Thunder Kate the Queen, and started writing romantic fan fiction online. I poured all my perceptions and fantasies about love into my words. To my surprise, once my works were published, they received 180 comments, and my number of followers soared to over 50 in just 3 weeks. Overnight, I became a somewhat well-known online writer. However, the glory I enjoyed online could not change my predicament in real life.
She's just fat and doesn't want to exercise.
At school, I was still the Kate who felt inferior about her figure and was mocked by classmates during PE classes. I often complained to my fans about my dissatisfaction with the school and the small town. I said the people here talk nonsense and act like jerks. I even daydreamed about commanding my fan army to surround the school one day, kill all the people. I know this sounds crazy, but it's only in that virtual world that I can find a tiny bit of comfort and strength.
It's me, Thunder Kit Kat.
The first party in high school was like a test that had to be passed. While everyone around me was talking about sex and relationships, still a virgin, I felt an invisible pressure. To get rid of the label of a shy, ignorant, fat girl, I had sex with an unfamiliar boy. It was a terrible experience, completely devoid of respect. I felt like a used object, but in front of my close friends, I pretended it had been an amazing experience.
Just lost my virginity. Bitch, are you fucking serious? With who? This guy from St. Mary's. How did you like it? It was nice. Yeah. Oh my god, my little slut. I'm so proud of you.
Not long after, a video from the party spread online. Though only my back was visible, my body shape made me easily recognizable. The principal called me in trying to make me confess and show remorse, but I left him speechless, with just a few words.
Sheer curiosity, what could have possibly led you to believe that it was?
I just want to be clear that I haven't personally seen the video.
Frankly, it's offensive. It's one thing for my classmates to body shame me, but for you, Principal Hayes, that's just a whole nother thing. It's degrading. It's discriminatory.
And I give you my word, I will do everything in my power to put an end to this rumor.
Thank you, Principal Hayes.
Strange to say, returning home and seeing the video's astonishing view, count along with those comments from people who pointed fingers at me in reality, but were willing to spend money and obey my orders behind their screens. A twisted sense of control and seeing the way my urged. I began performing in front of the camera, catering to the demands of men with various particular fetishes, especially those with financial domination. Kinks their submission gave me an unprecedented sense of confidence. From then on, my life split in two. During the day, I was Kate, the unnoticeable girl at school. At night, I was the queen ruling the internet. Leather jackets and heavy makeup have also become my new battle gear. Friends around me are surprised by my sudden change, and some even feel unaccustomed to it. However, I'm immersed in the excitement and thrill brought by this duel.
You look different.
I changed.
At the amusement park in the small town, I ran into Ethan, my deskmate, who has a crush on me. He still had that kind and gentle demeanor. We screamed as we plummeted down the roller coaster, clung tightly to each other in the haunted house, and went wild the entire night. Honestly, I was completely caught up in the moment, my mind filled with those stupid idol drama tropes.
I could drink this like every day of my life.
Yes.
How about you grab another slushie, I go get more tickets, and then get super drunk and ride the Ferris wheel?
Deal.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Just as I was immersed in this damn sweet fantasy, I turned around and saw him standing with a blonde, blue-eyed bitch, smiling brighter than the fucking sun. At that moment, the shadow of abandonment from my childhood engulfed me again. I just knew all men are the same damn breed, smiling at you one second, then having their souls snatched away by a prettier face the next. Fuck liking someone, fuck tenderness, is all fake. To retaliate against this betrayal, I immediately hooked up with that notorious loser at the amusement park. Afterwards, that sense of vengeful pleasure let me taste victory. This is the fucking most thrilling ride in the entire amusement park. At the Halloween party, I dressed up as Thena from the movie MS, 45, a vengeance-driven goddess who strikes fear into men. At the party, Ethan approached me again. I still tried to push him away with that same rhetoric. I only wanted physical intimacy, not emotional involvement. I even cruelly mocked him for being a virgin. Unexpectedly, he did leave. Instead, he was surprisingly gentle and sincere towards me, which shattered my defenses in an instant. Later in the party, I also ran into Daniel, my first love from childhood. In a moment of impulse, I slept with him. Only afterwards did I realize he didn't even remember we had ever been together.
We dated?
Yeah, in 6th grade.
You and me?
Yeah, for like 5 months.
I literally have no recollection of that.
That sentence cut me like a sharp knife. 2 turned out I meant nothing more than a passing thought in his life. Later, at a friend gathering at Casey and Place, this incident became the trigger for the breakdown in my relationships with my friends. Casey was troubled by her secret affair with Daniel and torn over whether to tell her boyfriend. I told her straight up, "Don't worry about it. You two won't be together forever anyway." Maddie immediately accused me of being bitter and mean, saying I was nothing like a true best friend should be.
Maddie, ever since I met you, all you talk about is yourself, your clothes, your boyfriends, whatever superficial shit you think is so fucking important. Sorry, I'm no longer interested.
I don't know about everyone else, but I miss the old cat. You know, the one who had a sense of humor and wasn't a fucking cunt?
Her words made me break down emotionally in an instant. I ran out crying, fleeing that suffocating place. I felt like a puppet with its strings cut, falling apart piece by piece. When I got home, I did another online performance, but this client was different from the others. He hid his face and voice, yet demanded that I take off all my clothes. At that moment, I finally realized the powerful queen persona I had built up was actually so fragile and easy to break. It was the first time I felt out of control and scared. At the winter dance, I finally mustered up the courage to find Ethan. I confessed to him my true feelings from that day at the amusement park, admitting that it was jealousy that had made me choose to hurt him first.
Because you're actually not like this. You're actually really kind and you're actually really nice, and I'm so shitty, and I just wish I could go back.
After hearing my honesty, Ethan also poured out his heart to me. Instead, he had felt a spark the moment he first laid eyes on me. Though we are still young and no one knows what the future holds, he's willing to work hard for us. Together in that moment, I felt an unprecedented sense of ease. I finally let go of all my pretense and defenses. I was no longer Kitten Queen, the one who armored herself with a tough exterior, nor the insecure, chubby girl I used to be. I was just Kate, a girl who was learning how to love and be loved. My journey is still long, and I will still feel lost and make mistakes. But I know I have already taken the most important step, accepting the real me.